Hello Grissom, my name is Gonzalez and this is the user case video for the result page team. The different actors in the result page are a guest user, a register user, agents, and administrators. Um, to see the difference in the content this different end users see in the results page, we'll go to the first user story 2845, where the the problem was that all the user were seeing a very crowded filtering bar. So what we did is as an administrator, we allowed the administrator to dynamically control the content of each of the end users depending on the user's classification, meaning guest user, register user, agent, or administrator, so that the algorithm can assign the most efficient and valuable content for each user viewing the results page. So the criteria, the algorithm authorizes and decides what content to send to the end user, and the feature should be accessible from the admin panel. Let's show the user story in action. So if we log in as an administrator, and we go to the admin page, we will see result page configuration. At the moment, this page only has one configuration, which is for the filtering bar. So you see, it says when the toggle is on, both the sophisticated and the simple filter will be shown in the result page for its respective users. Respective users meaning if the toggle is on, the simple filter will be shown to guest users and register users, and the sophisticated will be shown to admins. And if we go to the results page as an admin, we will see the sophisticated filtering bar. Now, if we log out, we will see the simple filtering bar as a guest user. Now, to explain this in more detail, let's go to the user case diagram, where as a guest and a register user, when I access the result page, it extends both filtering bar, the simple filtering bar and the sophisticated simple filtering bar, but it makes a call to the property service, which is gonna extend the check results configuration, which is gonna interact and see the state of the model state in Django. Depending on the toggle configuration state, it will decide which filtering bar to show to the different users. For example, if we're as our administrator and we turn it off, as a guest user right now, I'm seeing the sophisticated filtering bar. And if we're signing in as an admin, we'll also see the sophisticated filtering bar since the toggle button it's off. So as a default, we have it on, so we can actually toggle and show more meaningful content depending on the end user. And now we want to explain how the filtering works from beginning on the landing page and then throughout the result page. which for that it's user story 2833 simple filtering interface. Now we'll see at the filter sequence diagrams. So the user is gonna interact with the landing page, setting the search and the filters, and the view, it will bind the models that the user set to the landing control. The landing control is gonna send the models to a service, which is the property service. This property service is the one that takes care of mostly all the logic for the properties. So such as taking location of the properties, and getting by in this case filtering the address and the properties. So the searches for properties close to an address, and it sends to Django. Django responds with those properties, and the property service then go ahead and tries to initialize the filters and the properties in the results page model and the controller. So this results page is gonna call get by filters in the property service, and this will make an HTTP call to Django again to filter down these properties by all their attributes, so such as rent, price, beds, and once again this returns filtered properties. They're gonna be returned to the controller, and the controller is gonna bind those properties and the filters to the view, and the view is gonna show the user the results page. And like this, the user can interact again with the result page, meaning setting more filters, setting another address, or actually clicking on a property or the map. But in this case, we're focused on the filter, so it will self filters an address again, and then the page view, it's gonna update the controller, and the controllers go ahead and make another call to get filters in the property service. So it makes an HTTP call to Django backend, and the backend responds with the filter properties. The property service is gonna return the properties to the controller, and the controller is gonna update the view again, and this view is gonna be shown again to the users. And this can be iterative, depending on the filters that the user sets, and so on. To show how this works, we can go to the home page, Bristle, and we can type say a zip code 33128 and set some filters. 100K, 2 bathrooms, condo, and let's say for sale, right? And let's start search. All of this, it happens in the first part of the diagram, and then we'll be here, the resort page view, and this is what we're seeing. We're seeing the properties and all the filters binded. So again, we can choose more filters, bathrooms, and have some bathrooms. And again, it will be filtered, and we can sort by price, right? We can also sort by beds. Go. Sort low to high. Take this one off. Right, and it's sorted by beds. Again, this is the difference between the guest and register users, which will be seeing the simple filtering bar, and the administrator, which will see the sophisticated filtering bar. And we'll see how the simple filtering bar interacts with the filters in the landing page and the Django backend. For the rest of the system, it's pretty much the same throughout all the users, such as more map, less map. We can hide the map, right? We can download as a TSV all the properties. And here is downloaded right here. And we can open this file. It's this. Okay. Sorting, it's the same. Property, previous property, next property, those are the same for all the users. The landing page, the filters, and the search is the same. Next, we want to present our wishes and shortcomings video, where we want to explain how can all these different features the team implemented can be further extended to our more value to Brisum and his end users. Thank you for watching the video, and